Jayo Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha हरे बोल।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Today's shloka, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 23, text number 45. Tasmin vimana utkrishta Tasmin vimana utkrishta
तस्मिन् विमान उत्कृष्टा
Shayyam ratikarim shrita
शय्यामृतकरीषिता
Shayyam ratikarim shrita
शय्यामृतकरीषिता
Na cha buddhyata tam kalam
न च बुध्यतं कालं
Na cha buddhyata tam kalam
न च बुध्यतं कालं
Patyapichune Pityena sangata
पत्यापीचेन सङ्गता
Patyapichena sangata
पत्यापीचेन सङ्गता
Tasmin in that Vimane airplane Utkrishta excellent Shayya a bed Ratikarim increasing sexual desires Shrita situated on Na not Cha and Abudhyata she noticed Tam that Kalam time Patya with her husband Apichena most handsome Sangata in company. In that aerial mansion, Devahuti, in the company of her handsome husband, situated on an excellent bed that increased sexual desires, could not realize how much time was passing. In that aerial mansion, Devahuti, in the company of her handsome husband, situated on an excellent bed that increased sexual desires, could not realize how much time was passing. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Sex indulgence is so enjoyable for materialistic people that when they engage in such activities, they forget how time is passing. Saint Kardama and Devahuti, in their sex indulgence, also forgot how time was passing by. Next verse. Evam yoganubhavena
एवं योगानुभावेन
Evam yoganubhavena
एवं योगानुभावेन
Dampatyo ramamanayoho
दम्पत्यो रममाणयो
Dampatyo ramamanayoho
दम्पत्यो रममाणयो
Shatam vyatiyo sharadaha
शतमतियो शारदा
Shatam vyatiyo sharadaha
शतमतियो शरदा
Kama lalasayor manak
कामलालसयो
Kama lalasayor manak
कामलालसयो
Evam
एवं
thus yoga anubhavena
योगानुभावेन
by yogic powers
वैयोगिक
dampatyoho the couple rama manayoho while enjoying themselves shatam 100 vyatiyuhu past sharadaha autumns kama sexual pleasure lalasayoho who are eagerly longing for manak like a short time. While the couple who were eagerly longed for sexual pleasure were thus enjoying themselves by virtue of mystic powers, 100 autumns passed like a brief span of time. While the couple who eagerly longed for sexual pleasure were thus enjoying themselves by virtue of mystic powers, 100 autumns passed like a brief span of time. Next verse. Tasyam adhattare thasta Tasyam adhattare tasta Bhavayan atmanatmavid Bhavayan atmanatmavid Nodha vidhaya rupam swam
रूपं स्वं
नोधा विधाय रूपं स्वं
मोदाविधाय रूपं स्वं
सर्वसङ्कल्पविद्विभुः
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 तस्या
तस्य
inner adhakta he deposited retaha semen tam har bhavayan regarding atmana has half of himself atmavit a knower of spirit soul nodha into nine vidhaya having divided rupam body swam his own sarva sankalpavit the knower of all desires vibhuhu the powerful kardama translation the powerful Kardama Muni was the knower of everyone's heart, and he could grant whatever one desired. Knowing the spiritual soul, he regarded her as half of his body. Dividing himself into 9 forms, he impregnated Devahuti with the 9 discharges of semen. The powerful Kardama Muni was the knower of everyone's heart, and he could grant whatever one desired. Knowing the spiritual soul, he regarded her as half of his body, dividing himself into 9 forms. He impregnated Devahuti with 9 discharges of semen. Okay. Some devotees have raised their hands. They want to read the purport. Okay, Supriya Chutamataji. Okay, purport, small purport. Okay, you can read Malyalam maybe.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Since Kardama Muni could understand that Devahuti wanted many children, at the first glance he begot 9 children at one time. He is described here as Vibhu, the most powerful master. By his yogic power, he could at once produce 9 daughters in the womb of Devahuti. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. One more verse we'll read. अतः सा शुशुवे सद्यो देवहूते स्त्रियः प्रजाः सर्वास्ताश्चारु सर्वांग्यो लोहितोत्पलगन्धयः अतः सा शुशुवे सद्यो देवहूतिः स्त्रियः प्रजाः सर्वास्ताश्चारु सर्वांग्यो लोहितोत्पलगन्धयः. You can read. Yes, bro, you can read.
अतः सद्यो देवहूति स्त्रिया प्रजा सर्वासाचारु सर्वांग्यो लोहितोत्पलगन्धयः.
शुशुवेशाद्यो देवहूति स्त्रियः प्रजाः सर्वास्ताश्चारु सर्वांग्यो
लोहितोत्पलगन्धयः. अतः स शुशुवे सदो देवहूति स्त्रियः प्रजा सर्वास्तचारु सर्वांग्यो लोहितोपलगन्धया
अतः सुखाश्वे सद्यो
अतः शुशुभे सद्यो
देवहूति स्त्रिया प्रजः
देवहूति स्त्रिया प्रजा
सर्वस्तश्चारु सर्वज्ञो
सर्वास्तचारु सर्वांग्यो
लोहितोत्पलगन्धयः
लोहितोपलगन्धया अतः शुशुभे सद्यो देवहूति स्त्रिया प्रजा सर्वास्तचारु सर्वांग्यो लोहितोपलगन्धया
Ataha,
then
then, sa,
sa,
she,
she
sushuve,
Sushuve,
gave birth,
give birth
sadhyaha,
Sadhyaha,
on the same day,
on the same day.
devahutihi,
Devahuti,
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 striyaha,
Striyaha,
females,
females,
prajaha,
Prajaha,
progeny,
Progeny,
sarvaha,
Sarvaha,
all,
all,
taha,
Taha,
they,
they,
charu sarva angyaha,
Charu Sarvangya,
charming in every limb,
Charming,
lohita,
Lohita,
red,
red,
utpala,
Utpala,
like the lotus,
like the lotus,
gandhayaha,
Gandhayaha,
fragrant.
fragrant.
Immediately afterward, on the same day, Devahuti gave birth to 9 female children, all charming in every limb and fragrant with the scent of the red lotus flower. Immediately afterward,
immediately afterward,
on the same day,
on the same day,
Devahuti
Devahuti
gave birth
gave birth
to 9 female children,
to 9 female children,
all charming
all charming
in every limb
in every limb,
and fragrant
And fragrant.
with the scent of the red lotus flower.
with the shade of the red.
Purport. Okay, Neeraja Mukunda Mataji, you can unmute, you can read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Devahuti was too sexually excited and therefore she discharged more ova and 9 daughters were born. It is said in the Smriti Shastra as well as in the Ayurveda that when the discharge of the male is greater, male children are begotten. But when the discharge of the female is greater, female children are begotten. It appears from the circumstances that Devahuti was more sexually excited and therefore she had 9 daughters at once. All the daughters, however, were very beautiful and their bodies were nicely formed. Each resembled a lotus flower and was fragrant like a lotus. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Umagranatimiraandhasya gnananjanashalakya chakshur unmilitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadhaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are reading now shortly appearance of Kapila Deva. Lord Kapila Deva is going to happen. So Lord Kapila is the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. So he appeared to Mother Devahuti and father. His father is Kardama Muni. So first of all, now about them, Kardama Muni and Devahuti. So Kardama Muni, first of all, engaged in severe austerities. So much so, finally, the Lord himself personally came and gave his darshan. So he was so pleased by his austerities, Kardama Muni's austerities, that the Lord came down as Garuda, the carrier, and then blessed him. So the Lord said, yes, you are going to, because he had some desire, that it is said, sometime it is said like that, Kardama Muni, though a very elevated, exalted personality, he somewhere, sometime felt, let me enter Grihastha ashram, something like that. Small desire somewhere at the corner of his heart. So the Lord, as Paramatma, knows everything. So he blessed him. Yes, you will enter into household life, and I will come as your son. The Lord had already promised, as when he appeared to Kardama Muni after his powerful austerities, he had already said, yes, I'm going to come as his son. Kardama Muni was destined to get the Lord himself as his own son. So then the things progress. Very shortly, Brahmanu comes, Swayambhuva Manu. He comes along with his daughter Devahuti and hands over Devahuti in marriage to Kardama Muni. And then Devahuti, she is a princess, but she engages herself in very sincere service to her husband. So much so, it is said she becomes very lean and thin. She loses all her former beauty. Just like we have that story, Prabhupada tells that famous story. One girl, very, very beautiful, but then somebody was after her. So she was everybody every day taunting her. So she felt after some days, okay, I will enjoy with you, but now you give me some time, maybe 1 week or 15 days. The story of liquid beauty. Prabhupada said a story. Then as per her request, the boy said, okay. He was not of a very good character, he said. So he said, okay, I've been waiting for so long. Let me wait for another 1 week, 15 days. So he waited. So then he came back after 15 days. By that time, she had completely changed her, whatever, her personality, how she was looking. He could not even recognize her. When he met her outside her house at the door. Okay, she said, you don't believe me? No problem. I have separated my beauty. You can see my beauty is all collected. You can enjoy my beauty, whatever you're dreaming of. So I put them inside that room. Okay, he was a little curious. So he went in. And what was there were all pots of omit and pots of stew. So then he understood. So that way it is said, Srila Prabhupada explains the nature of the beauty in this world. Anyway, whatever. The same person we have experience. Sometimes you find, oh, so attractive. After some time, nothing. So it is all in the material world, the play of the three modes, the Maya. But it is not so easy. It is very easy to say this, but to realize this, it's a blessing with the Lord to realize that truth, the actual truth, to understand materially, spiritually. Spiritually, it is there. Krishna is very, very beautiful. Krishna's Srimati Radharani is most beautiful. All the gopis, but that is spiritual beauty, and it is not like this material illusion. It is not like that. It's completely different. It's a natural beauty there, eternal beauty, Satchidananda. But anyway, so now coming back, Devahuti, she was a princess, very beautiful. It is said about her sometime, the one great Gandharva, I don't remember his name, it is mentioned somewhere in the Bhagavatam here itself. Chitra, I don't know. So he was going on the airplane. So he saw, generally, previously at least, it was so they were well protected. The women were well protected. Before their marriage, they were protected by their father. After marriage, by the husband. After that, after husband goes away, by the son. So that was how the Vedic culture is. So Devahuti, when she was there atop the palace of her father, Manu, she's not mixing with the common man, common public outside. That was not the Vedic culture. So she was aloof. amongst her friends. She's playing something. Everybody has their own play. So she was playing, seeing her beauty from the skies. The Chitra, whoever that Gandharva, he was so mesmerized. He just fell down from the airplane. It is stopped. So she was so beautiful. Devahuti. So, but later, after she became the wife of Kardama Muni, she engaged herself so sincere service. It is said, hardly cared for her body. Kardama Muni tells, body is very, very, very dear to everyone. We first of all say, let me protect my body. So I have little pain, headache. So I cannot do anything today. Leave me. Correct. For me, particularly, even little headache, I cannot tolerate. So like that, everybody has bodily attachments. Body is very, very dear to us. But he says she has rendered so nice service. She's not cared for her body. And completely it's like a different person now. She's so thin, so fragile. Maybe she's shivering. Somebody becomes very thin. Even their hands, even their legs, body, everything shakes like that. So she was once a princess, but now Sage's wife completely lost all her luster, lost all her bodily beauty, everything. So, but then Kardama Muni feels, yes, now let me fulfill. As after all, she is a woman. Woman has some material desires. So he is a powerful yogi. So he makes a within no time. He doesn't have to, like now we have to build. We are building a temple for the Lord. So much time. We are so much time it takes. The laborer, the contractor, we have to be behind them. So takes so much time. It is not so easy. Otherwise, if you are little lax, they don't build on so many things. They have so many other priorities, so many projects like that. So he didn't have to do anything like this to build his palace, mansion. He's a yogi. Within no time, within seconds, 7-story building was ready, skyscraper. And that could fly from one planet to another, wherever he wants it. So he took his wife, it is said here. They traveled all the planets, all the upper planets. Bhuva, Swa, so everywhere, all the then when I don't know down planets they went, but they went all over the universe. It is said Atala Vetala Sutala Tala Atala, because we want to see. People also go now. People get married. They go honeymoon. Let us go to Malaysia. Let us go to America, or let us go to North India. So many things people plan, jolly pleasure trips. So he also arranged something like that on with his whole house, 7-story skyscraper, which is flying, big airship. Who will manufacture? Which scientist can manufacture? They are going somewhere. They say we go to space station. We will. So they pay millions of dollars, and they don't know what they are doing there. They are floating there or whatever. There is no enjoyment there. They cannot even. I don't know their life there. It is not like that. What Kardama Muni is taking is by. They are going with all the facilities for enjoyment. It's full gardens, full of chirping birds. So what must be we cannot even imagine, we cannot even believe now such a thing exists. They say, no, you go across the earth fields, magnetic fields, then there are so many objects are there, they're flying there, and we cannot live in this body. So many things so-called scientists talk about. But Kardama Muni, he's freely traveling all over the universe in the same, whatever his body, with his wife. Nothing is happening to him. So their body is, of course, not like us, not like our earthly body. Must be a different body. Correct? He has attained Yoga Siddhi. Yoga Siddhi means Anima, Mahima, Lagima, Ishita, Vashita, Prakamya, everything is there with him. So even his wife now, he has bestowed. She has become very beautiful again, back to her old glory, glorious days, how she was as a princess, as this daughter of Swayambhu Manu. That also we heard. Some Bindu Sarovara she entered, and she saw a house there with thousands of maid servants, Gandharva girls, who decorated her nicely and again gave her some whatever, bathed her in some nice oil, and then she became again full of energy like that. And again, when she remembered her husband, immediately she was brought back to in presence of her husband. All were happening within seconds. It was not that 100 after 10 years or so many days. Nothing like that. Everything happened. Tak, 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 tak. then it is now going on saying that now with his wife, with his religious wife, who is dutiful wife, chaste wife. So he's enjoying the material pleasure. The highest material pleasure is sex. So whole material world runs after this sex pleasure and after sex pleasure. So Srila Prabhupada is saying the time passed so fast, so fast. Prabhupada is commenting, materialistic people do not know when they are engaged in sexual pleasure how time is passing. That is materialistic people. So spiritually oriented people, they should not be after this sex pleasure. So one should be after utilizing time for Krishna's service. This time will anyway fly. Time and tide waits for no one. So sun rises, sun sets, every day it is going on. So every day, day by day, day by day, day by day. When we don't know, in Krishna consciousness, after Krishna consciousness, at least little we perceive time is going very fast. Everyone of us have some little experience. Before that, time doesn't pass. Oh, time doesn't pass so much. Still time is this much, time is this much. Correct. But after coming to some little Krishna consciousness, we all have that experience in Krishna's service. Oh, today already finished today. Mangalarti, then this, that, even already evening, already night. We're engaged in all small some service to Krishna. So we don't even feel how time is passing. Correct. So Krishna's service. Also we are passing time. So time is going up day after day, day after day. And we're becoming older. 20, 22, 24, 28, 30. Like that one day will become 60, 70. If we continue to live. So time will just go away. Very, very fast. Time and tide waits for no one. It is said. So like this, about them it is said, 100 autumns passed. 100 autumns means 100 years. 100 years passed. Within short time it is. So it's like that. Time will go away. But during that small time, if we can use it for Krishna's service, we can use it to please Krishna, then that is glorious. So we are not guaranteed, like Sir Kardama Muni, we are not yogis having some, we can die at our will. We don't have anything like that. Maximum 100 years is fixed to us. Kali Yuga, that is also not guaranteed how many years we may live. So whatever time we have, we should use it for our Krishna consciousness. Tivrena Bhakti Yogena, Tivra, intense devote service. We try to engage in our particular capacity, whatever Krishna has. So as the time passed, it is said, he is very, very powerful, Kardama Muni, and he could, thus the powerful Kardama Muni was the knower of everyone's heart, and he could grant whatever one desired. So that is his position, Kardama Muni. Not an ordinary person. He is liberated sage, pure devotee of the Lord. So he can know everyone's heart. So that is their position. So you could immediately understand Devahuti. She's having some material desire. So she wants to have children, enjoy with children. So then, and they want more children. It is said, the women, it's very artificial, today's civilization. That one child, two child, one thing like that. But otherwise, previous Vedic system is, people used to have many children. We used to have many children. And that is enjoyment. Even when we have friends, more friends, we enjoy. Correct? We have one friend, okay, some enjoyment is there. But if you have 2 friends, 4 friends, 5, 10 friends, you gather together. Social functions, so many of us, we gather together. Why? Because the more you are, the more you enjoyment. That's how Krishna also has become many Swamshas and Vibhinamshas. So you enjoy with many. That's how the enjoyment is. So materially also the same principle. Family means many children. So women particularly said, keep them satisfied, nice food, nice clothes, and many children. He said, like, that is how you can keep. So Kardama Muni knows, he knows Devothi's mind, desire, heart. So he's, but he wants to do it very fast now. It is said so fast he does, immediately at one time 9 children are born. Twins, triplets, quadruplets, I don't know. 9 children is now, it's a world record. I don't know anybody has given birth to 9 children. Men, they try some 5, 6, 9 children at one time he got. So 9 children, nanoplates, I don't know what do you call them, 9 children, one time. And it is said the same day they were born. Next shloka says, it was not that 9 children, then Devavati has to bear them for 9 months, anything like that. The same day, they, immediately afterward, on the same day, Devavati gave birth to 9 female children. Same day. This is inconceivable for us. Even material, these are all materially. This is not, we're not a spiritual world. This is the material world, all these things. So inconceivable. The yogis have such siddhis. Medical science, they cannot do that. They cannot they cannot create like this. 9 children, same day. That is the yogi. But even after that, he is not God. Because many people, they get some yogic siddhi, some powers, some magic, some dust they create, some ash they create, and something they swallow, and they say we have become God. What is the power of your Kardamuni? Kardamuni is creating such a skyscraper. 7-story skyscraper within no time. And he's able to go all over the universe. And then he's is producing children in a single day. What is this? All the magic that he's doing. But with all this thing, he is not God. Correct. So people do not know the science of God. They take some person, that person, this yogi, that Baba to be God. No. This Muni, no. God is God. That identity is always there, law of identity. God is God, dog is dog. That is the law of identity, Srila Prabhupada says. So we are always subordinate, we are always subservient. So very soon, Narada Muni executed this business, this household business, whatever he's having. It's a different time. It's not a Kali Yuga, what we are living. Satya Yuga and first Manu time. So his lifespan is very, very huge. So in that lifespan, still he gave that material pleasure to his wife as a dutiful husband. She had done a lot of service to him. So he felt, let me satisfy her desires. So he enjoyed with her. Then after that, understanding her mind, gave her so many daughters at one shot, one time. So understanding her heart, that is how the acharyas, the pure devotees are situated. They can understand each one of our heart. We do not know. I do not know what you are thinking. You do not know what I am thinking. That is our limitation. What I am planning, what I am where. We don't know. Completely we don't know. Then suddenly we get a shock. What happened? Because we do not know other person's heart or the person's mind. Then suddenly we get a shock in life. Oh, this should not have happened. It should not have happened. This should have happened like this. We expect something and something else happens suddenly. Then we get a shock. Because we don't know other person's heart, other person's mind. But Acharya knows. Pure devotee knows. Kardamuni knows. It is said regarding Srila Prabhupada, so many instances. One instance I can remember little now. One Prabhupada disciple, somebody. In Prabhupada memories we can see. So he says he came to Srila Prabhupada, and then before coming, he was really very proud, something like that. I don't remember the full details. Somebody can search out. Somebody knows, they can say. One Prabhupada disciple, he gives their memory. So he came to Prabhupada. He was like a young man, youngster. I'm an American, young American, having all the pride. I'm from a special country. I'm so intelligent. I think he was studying in some big university. So definitely, youngster who is doing well, he will have some pride. I'm such a good student. I'm so brilliant, like that. And talks about God means generally, where is God? Who is God? Like that, so many we have challenging questions. So he had several questions, and he says he came to Prabhupada. That Prabhupada came to the city, and in that center is ISKCON center. Prabhupada gave a talk. He said it was as if Prabhupada knew all my mind, and he was answering all my questions, and it was like crushing me. So I had some question. Prabhupada was like answering it and crushing me. So I came back home. I was so like, oh, this person has completely smashed me. So I was eating my wall or windows like that. So he said like that. Actually, I did. I felt as a youngster, I had some kind of an idea about religions. I recommended a religion idea about God. And Srila Prabhupada smashed all of it so badly. I was like, sometimes you feel angry, somebody is, whatever your arguments are there, whatever you are completely smashed, like that I felt. But then after I came back, I was so angry. This person has completely smashed me like that, Srila Prabhupada, with his answers like that. Then I again started rethinking. And then I thought, no. I should go back to that person. And he's not an ordinary person who knows my mind. What is going on in my mind? So he goes back and he says, he surrendered to Prabhupada. I don't remember. So like that, so many instances, devotees say, Srila Prabhupada, as an acharya, as a pure devotee, like Kardama Muni, what we are seeing here, he knows everyone's heart. Shuka Muni, it said, he is also, Shukadev, he can understand everybody's heart. Very great personalities. They know everybody's heart. We have very nice instance in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I think one person, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu executed his mission in various ways. It is said one way he executed is, he entered the hearts of his pure devotees. And through them, he spread Krishna consciousness when he was personally there 500 years back. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally delivered so many people, so many ways. One way was, he was like some devotees, he was there in their heart. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there. And then they could do the same way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he did, the Jharkhand animals, he made them dance. And anybody came, he can give them Krishna consciousness. That is a lot. Anybody sees Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they'll become devotees. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. Similarly, something like that. One devotee, I forget his name now. Is it Pradyumna Brahmachari? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe somebody can write in the chat box if they remember the name of the devotee. So anyway, that devotee, the talk was, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has entered, as is in his heart, and is doing the same way, what the effect one would have when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you meet personally or you hear personally. So Shivananda Sena heard about it. I think Shivananda Sena only. Shivananda Sena is a great devotee, another great devotee. So he heard that, but he was doubtful. Is it really so that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has blessed him, and through him he is making people devotees? So he was a little doubtful. So what he did, he went to the place, the same town where this person is living. He didn't enter the town. So he was staying far away distance. And he was thinking, if suppose he can understand, he can, so he didn't enter. He wanted to test. Basically, he's wanting to test whether the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has entered this devotee's heart and executing his mission. So he thought, then if suppose, and then he came near the house, he didn't enter the house, he saw a huge crowd. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, wherever he used to go, huge crowd of people used to come. So this devotee also, his place, thousands of people used to come and meet him, because his personality was like that. The Lord is all attractive, Krishna is all attractive, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is all attractive, same Lord. Similarly, if he has blessed somebody, or he is also, it becomes all attractive. Everybody flocked him. So this personality was there, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was out. Not Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This Shivananda Sena was quite a distance away. He thought he has to know that I am there. I am Shivananda Sena. I have not met this person before. He should know, be my name, who I am. And then he should also be able to tell what is my mantra. Because he used to chant one mantra by which every day is what he said. He said, Ishta some mantra, something like that, he said. So by practicing that, he has this intense affection for the Lord. So after the initiation, maybe the law previously, now we have the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Along with that, of course, Gayatri Mantra is given to the second initiates, the system like that. So he had a particular mantra which was given by his guru to be chanted every day. So he thought, if he tells what is my this Ishta mantra, what I chant every day, then I will believe that Lord Chaitanya has entered. So then immediately that devotee, what is that? I think, I don't know what is that devotee's name, a particular great devotee of Lord Chaitanya. So immediately he sent people, go bring him, Shivananda Sena, he's there, and tell him he will not come immediately. Okay, bring him, he says. So he brings him. Everybody goes and tells Shivananda Sena, you are being called, you are being called. So he understands how they come, so he knows me. So a little his doubt is getting clear. He has identified me, has recognized me, because he had not met him before. So he comes to his presence, and then the devotee says, why you are doubting? Why you are doubting that Lord Chaitanya has entered and doing his work through me? Why you are doubting? So the and you are chanting the whatever that it is said, Ashta Akshara Mantra, Gaura Gopala Mantra, something it is said. So Prabhupada gives the explanation that one is that Kama Gayatri in that, or otherwise Gauranga, that also has 8 syllables, something like that. I forget the explanations. There is in Chaitanya Charitamrita a nice explanation about that mantra. So Radha Krishna or Gaura Gopala. So that was his mantra which he was chanting. So that way he became convinced. Yes, he knows Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has entered his heart as blessed in that. So my point was here, because Kardama Muni, it came here that he knows everyone's heart. So he knows the heart of Devahuti, and yes, he then immediately expanded himself into 9 forms, and then impregnated her separately, and then impregnated her, and we got 9 children, and all took birth same day immediately. So that is the capacity of a great sage, perfected sage like that, who has attained perfection yogic siddhi, not just doing some gymnastics, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama. So that is, people are doing just for some health reasons. That is not the real purpose of yoga. Real purpose of yoga is finally to see the Lord, to establish one's relationship with the Lord, and to develop one's affection for the Lord. That is the perfection of yoga. So the Kardama Muni was situated in that, but still, as a dutiful husband, he gave 9 daughters to his wife, and now he's ready to leave home. He finished his, Prabhupada says, he finished his household business very soon, and then now he's ready to pack up. He's ready to go. Then we'll see if the pastime continues. And there is a talk Prabhupada is telling, it is in purport, in the Smriti Shastra as well as in the Ayurvedic Ayurveda, when the discharge of the male is greater, male children are begotten. When the discharge of the female is greater, female children are begotten. This is a science. Who knows today? Which scientist, which doctor knows? Do they know this science? Why there somebody is born as male, somebody gets a female child? Can they know? They can do their ultrasound, whatever, CT scan, and tell what child is going to be born. But can they know now male child only will be born, female child only? Can they do like that? They cannot do that. They can previously, if the sage wants, he can do that also. Next, he will give a male child. Kardama Muni gets Kapila Dev, the Lord himself. But anyway, here it is said, by the will of the Lord. So Devahuti was more sexually excited, so more secretions. That is why there is a female child. So there is a man is more, it is said, more powerful, more this way. If you get a male child, that is there also detailed talk about it. It's very potent. Immediately there is child. A good brahmachari, suppose, then he enters Sigrasana, and then good chance to get a male child. So many ways it explain. They have some understanding, XX chromosome, XY chromosome, something they have. Something in their own way, whatever. And they don't know many times why the child is not coming out. They're going to the tests, the doctors are milking so many, this investigation, that investigation, this. So the people are spending, but they don't know, still the child will not come many times. They don't know why. They're using all the investigation. Many times you do tests, lab tests, 100 tests, 99 tests are negative only. One test somewhere something will come out. They're trying somewhere. I think Krishna will feel, okay, let me give them somewhere some thing to understand why it is happening like that. Otherwise they don't know what is happening. They will tell you, they'll give you a big list. This also you do, this also you do, 100 tests they will. Somewhere some test, something like you're hitting 100 times, you hit the stone, no? One will hit. Like that the investigation. The medical investigation. They have to 100 investigations, somewhere some hit, something they'll get. Because they're trying, Krishna will, okay. That is not actual science. Ayurveda is a real science given by the Lord himself as Dhanvantari. In Dhanvantari avatar is Ayurveda. But unfortunate, or by the Lord's will, Kali Yuga, the system is not so carried on in the Guru Parampara, and such expertise is not there. So we can make the best use of a bad bargain. The allopathy, homeopathy, or so many systems which are there. But otherwise, Ayurveda is very scientific, and it is so much. See, they're talking about why the female child is coming, why she got 9 female children, why not male child. So that explanation is there. Correct. So all the daughters, however, were very beautiful and their bodies were nicely formed. Each resembled a lotus flower and was fragrant like a lotus. They are going to marry further in the 9 sages. They are all, he conducts a marriage, gives them away to suitable husbands, all the 9 daughters of Devahuti. But then finally, Kardama Muni will very soon take up sannyas, even though the Lord has appeared in his home. Now the Lord will appear, Kapila Muni. He is at home, but still Kardama Muni, Sargama emulates his son, and he seeks his permission, offers his prayers, and he goes for sannyas. That is a Vedic culture. So it is a proper comments one place here that one should always be ready, even though he may be so-called in the household life, in amidst wife, children. You should always be ready to give up and take fully, devote oneself more and more completely to Krishna. One should always be ready. We should be there, ready, waiting. Even though so-called somebody is caught up in so many duties. So I have this duty, I have that duty, I have to take care of this child, that child. No, but one should be ready. If indication is there from Krishna or situations turn up, one should be ready to devote oneself, because it's an opportunity. Time is, we heard, time just flies. Whatever little time we can execute Krishna consciousness seriously, whatever little time, that is the best part of our human body. Whatever little time we have, correct? So everybody should always, we should always be. But it's Krishna's mercy only. Krishna sometimes gives us such kind of a taste in his devotional service. In serving the Lord has to give the taste. When he gives the taste, we enjoy doing that particular service to Krishna. If he doesn't give the taste, sometimes we don't feel even like chanting. We don't even feel like doing our sadhana or doing our respective duties. So everything is the control of Krishna, control of the acharyas. So if they can bless us very enthusiastically, utsahat, nishchayat, dhairyat, tat karma pravartanat, sangatyaga sato vrute, bhaktir prasidyati. So we can do devotional service very, very happily, very, very nicely. Okay, thank you, everybody. Prabhuji is a little sick. Still, it last 4-5 days he's been sick, but I think it took 2-3 days classes. His throat is still not, it's a little